Wow. About 30 feet before the aiming point. No messing. Okay, there we go. Good afternoon, everybody, and how are we today? Hope you're all well. One in, one out. Oh, look, he's gonna plant this one better than what I did last night. What a bleeding disaster that was. Oh, poorly engine cowl. Overshot the mark. Just ever so slightly. It's good enough, nice and smooth. Damn sight better than me. We're going to have to do that all again, aren't we? We're going to have to try that all again. Hey everyone, how you doing? You okay? It's Sunday, in case you didn't notice. 1:37 in the afternoon here at London Heathrow. Welcome to everybody who's watching, tuning in maybe for the first time, all my members, of course, regular viewers. You're more than welcome to join us. Thank you so much to everybody for your support of the channel. Of course, we always appreciate it. Yes, last night the sim challenge was a bit of a disaster for me. However, I've got to be honest with you, in terms of the descent and approach and all of that, Dean, my instructor, did a fantastic job helping me out, and I'm very grateful to him. We're going to do more of those, I think, folks. I think it's worthy, isn't it? Until I become used to all the different systems and aspects of flying the A350, amongst other stuff. Now, I do have a slight problem visibly with my eyes, just because the sun is. Well, you know the score. You know what it's all about. You know the regular moan. It was nicely overcast up till about half an hour ago. But the sun has broken through the clouds. Burnt through the clouds, I should say. Wayne Dyer. Seeing names here, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can improve my vision by putting my Ian Beale specs on. What's that? Qatar Qatar Licatron. It's a brand new first class member. No, a returning member. Welcome back, Barkata Likatron. As if I've got your details right. Well, I thought it was going around for a minute, this guy. Steep angle of attack. When are we likely to see the Ultra Fan on an aeroplane, powering an aeroplane? I'm imagining that its first test flight is gonna probably be down in Toulouse at the Airbus plant. I just have a feeling that that might be the case. Kalpam, skinning down Golding. Nick Hulse, fly fisherman, love this view. Andy P, good afternoon. Aero 9111. There's Pup. Nick Hulse, love the courtyard. Hamad Khan, another Virgin jet. Yeah. Nice textbook landing. I saw a tweet, a post by Sir Richard Branson earlier on. A picture of him standing there dressed as a pirate. Hello there. And his comment was sort of like this 20 years ago or something. I was in the back of a van dressed as a pirate on my way to do a launch or something like that, which was right at the time when BA campaign to try and shut him down was at its strongest, and I just said that you should have had a big pair of balls attached to your waist as well, because it took some nerve, didn't it, to do what you did. Fair play, mate. Sort of thing I would have done, eh? I mean, you can get pink beach balls, can't you? Yeah, well. What about that Vietnam Dreamliner in Munich? Interesting. If that had have happened here, on this runway that we're looking at now, and he had to run that far on, that could have ended in some pretty nasty collision with runway apparatus, potentially. Yeah, he was quite lucky that the ILS, well, not the ILS, my apologies, the landing lights for the runway were obviously quite a bit further on, because he did drag that thing onto the dirt at the end of the runway. Probably big intake of breath, I would imagine. Passengers would have felt it rumbling. because let's face it, the end of the runway where it meets the grass or whatever is not exactly a smooth transition, is it? All sorts of dust and debris kicked up, pebbles, and obviously that's what potentially did the damage to the undercarriage and to the tyres, and potentially brakes as well, because they would have ingested a whole load of debris. Tapare giving us the shouts. Thanks, mate. Oh, the tail struck, did it? I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware that it's it dragged its tail as well. Of course, lost its tyre on landing. Well, there was an almighty crack or bang, wasn't there, in the very last moments of the takeoff run. Lovely old 737, man. So whether it lost a tyre at the rotate point, his nose wheel was off the ground. It was in the rotation angle when the aircraft hit the end of the runway. Just ran along, didn't it? We are aware. We are so aware of, and having seen it so many times and witnessed it so many times here on the channel. So lovely old 737. It's probably quite a new one, I'd imagine. Yeah, the engine systems, we were discussing it this morning, me and Jilly, and you know, Jilly did bring it up. Potentially, was it the wrong, some wrong information inputted into the flight management system in terms of the performance figures, the performance numbers, which would dictate the rotate speed. Maybe it was a little bit later on. But the engines on the Dreamliner are very intelligent systems that they run, both the Gen X and the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000s, and they will rate the takeoff to minimise the wear on the engines. That's why they run them long. Extend the on-wing time. But yes, obviously when the air is very thin, the outside temperature is very hot. Engines rely on the air quality in order to ingest as much air as possible, and of course all of that is relative to takeoff performance. Nath G6161. What's he saying? Nick Fishenden. Surely when you get to the point of the runway and you still haven't lifted, you do an RTO. Well, that point at which they were was too late for a rejected takeoff, I think. In my view, it was just too late. At that speed, that kind of at the rotate speed, almost V1 speed, would have just been too late, I think. I know why you'd bring that up. Makes perfect sense. But he obviously felt that he had enough speed at that point to pull the nose up and get the aircraft airborne. It's got a very low, shallow climb angle, the Dreamliner anyway, hasn't it? Or should I say rotate angle, although you wouldn't believe that, seeing it, looking at some of the air displays that we've seen with the Dreamliner before. Namely the Biman Dreamliner display that we noticed. Cars with Daz. He's got it. Scary copter. That's long, that's long. Calpan. Okay, didn't see the damage from the tail strike. Well, I didn't. I only saw the undercarriage.
No, I showed you the tail strike.
So he dragged that tail, man. That must have been. He's obviously dragged it through the dirt as well. That's torn into the fuselage. Made a right old mess of it, I guess. Now, of course, bear in mind, in just over an hour's time, this area here is going to become a very busy scene. Oh, cool. Oh, Bob Shalvoy, American Flagship Retro livery jet is well, now on finals, isn't she? Huh? Oh God. Got the noisy lady doing the hoovering now. Oh, that's going to disrupt things a little bit for us, folks, I'm afraid. Apologies in advance. Kisa and the Moo-Moos. Relaxing Sunday, there we go. So the tail strike would have obviously exposed, it's worn through the paint, hasn't it, I'd imagine, and exposed the carbon underneath it. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have a little look out for it later. Obviously, the worst thing you can imagine is extensive damage to carbon. Very difficult thing to fix. Yeah, I love the smoke effect that you get from the tyres as they touch down. That rippling effect looks pretty cool. Good looking jetliner, isn't it? Of course, go back in time and look at some of the images online of that livery, originally on like DC6s and DC7s and stuff like that. Early turboprops. I think maybe even a DC3 or two, I'm not sure. Stewart, the Bristol Britannia, which my dad flew, first flew on August 16th, 1952. Entered service with BOAC February the 1st, 1957. Yeah, of course, my old man flew with British Eagle on the Bristol Britannia. A successful British aircraft manufacturer. Rab H, Karina, Liz Matthewman, Nick Fishenden. I'm guessing the ECAMs would have come up with some information on the on the status of the tyre or tyres, and I'm guessing that on the Dreamliner there is probably a tail strike sensor. Or a G-force sensor, impact sensor, I would imagine. But that being the case, would they not have reduced altitude? Because you're, fortunately, I think aft of the bulkhead, it's not pressurised. I know that the, I'm pretty sure that the APU is not pressurised or thereabouts around it. David Ryan. Vapor views. Melanie. Have we had a super chat, GP? James Dayton has gifted 10 channel memberships. James, thank you so much, mate. It's very kind. On behalf of all those people who you have gifted those memberships to, thank you so much. Yeah, there will obviously be a quite an extensive review and investigation on that Dreamliner incident. Like I said, very, very lucky that the, let's just say, for example, it had been on this runway. As you can see, the end of the runway where it meets the grass is not a smooth transition. It would have been all sorts of bits and bobs, runway lighting that would have got torn up. Of course, one must appreciate that the point of rotation is determined by the aircraft's flight management system. The computers will calculate exactly at what speed the aircraft should rotate. And that runway, the end of the runway would have come up on them very, very quickly. And of course they would have gone through multiple checks, probably spoken with operations. The tower would have reported it to them. So you just ran very long. Is your aircraft all right? Looks like you may have had a tail strike. And they would have obviously troubleshot it and got back to them to say, you know, we do have a warning to say that we've lost one of our tyres, potentially. I don't know if that tyre just burst on landing when they brought it in, or if they lost a tyre during that rotation, because obviously, like I say, the amount of dust and debris and small rocks and dirt and so on and so forth that would have got into the braking system, potentially damaging it. gone to the gate.
Yeah, that's it, right, yeah.
It's the normal sort of spot. Either that or into the cul-de-sac for that 777. In Finlay, back in 2017, Sunwing 737 departed Belfast, clipped the approach light, basically caused by the crew inputting incorrect OAT, which is the outside temperature, into the FMC. Engines were at 81%, should have been at 93%. Interesting. So there we go. Something that I was looking at as a potential cause of the long takeoff roll, and maybe the wrong outside temperature being inputted, because like I say, those engines do rely heavily on that information. David Ryan. Someone writing me shot there, GP. Yeah, obviously during that investigation, the input information will be available to the investigators in terms of the inputs, etc., etc. Hednesford Indoor Raceway. Chill Park. James Dayton. Did I give James Dayton? I think I did give him a shout out for his 10 channel memberships. Thanks, mate. Very, very kind of you, mate. Nice and steady. Of course, I wonder at what point during the takeoff run, obviously the engines, if the inputted information is too high or too low, as in the outside temperature, too low, and they'll think that the air temperature is low enough to ingest a lot more air, if you see what I mean. Because engines like thick air. Or prefer it, should I say. Fried Chicken Man saying that Asiana are a brilliant airline to choose if heading to the Far East. Highly recommended by him. Thank you. Lance Cole, author, dropped in to say how marvellous it is to see and hear you back on top form. I'm a fellow cardiac neuro brain survivor and it's been a long road. Best wishes, and to Jilly. Thanks, mate. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm still on that road to recovery. I'm definitely not on top form with my eye being the way it is. It's a massive disability, I've got to say. In terms of fitness, it's getting back there. Of course, I'm wondering if because it has been the case before where at the point of the thrust levers being pushed forward, that the warnings would come up to say wrong speed, takeoff speeds set, potentially, and they would figure that out based on outside temperature, I'd imagine. Oh, there's damage to the horizontal stabilizer, is there? Blimey. Yeah, well, that wouldn't surprise me, the amount of crap that got thrown up by the tyres. Anyway, leave it to the professionals to figure out what went on. Any comments that I've made are just purely based on my own observation and thought process, based on what I know, which is very little, I've got to say. So don't have a go at me for, you know, like, oh, don't assume this and assume that. I'm not, I'm just discussing, it's a discussion, isn't it? Nailed it. Big old chunky monkey going out. Don't know if that's an AX bound or what. Oh yes, that's true, the pressure bulkhead. Russ. Travelling up from South Wales for the weekend, next week plane spotting. Staying at the Hilton Garden Inn, there we go. £10 super chat, thanks mate. Appreciate that. Well, you won't be disappointed staying there, I'll tell you. Something being tested. Someone's running their engines up. Who that could be? Maintenance never stops. It never stops, folks. It's continual 24/7. Oh, that's the Star Alliance 330 that I saw earlier and I was wondering whose it was. Is it Air Canada? Gav's Tot 1. Good afternoon to you, Gav. Angry Tug will be seen from this position indeed when any Virgin jets are being towed from the maintenance hangar, and Pinky would be spotted from this location, although one would have to be very observant to see him trundling across there somewhere. Let's go comms, GP. Thomas Cleary is a returning Superclass member. Thomas, thank you so much. And to everybody else who supports the channel in the wonderful ways that you do. Graza, can you please explain in more detail what happens when they rotate and what it means and what it does? Well, rotate is as in pull up, pull the nose up, and follow what is known as the flight directives, which is a on your primary flight displays will show you the crosses, I guess you would call it. And that is the point at which the aircraft will take flight, of course. Nose wheel comes up, followed by the rear wheels, the main gear, at a predetermined angle. And that's something that is taught during flight school. Obviously, it's something that's more evident in terms of safety with a longer aircraft, like say a 777 versus a 737, for example. 777 obviously having a much longer fuselage, more prone to potentially prone to tail strikes, a longer aircraft like, you know, 757s and big long aeroplane like that, for example. But it's basically a tail strike will occur when the aircraft, when they pull up too steep, and the tail of the aircraft will then obviously, and that's something that is it's the unstick test that they do with new aircraft, isn't it? The maximum unstick angle, where they will purposefully drag the tail on the ground and in those cases they will have a special device fitted to the underside of the fuselage at the back, which will then record all the pressures and yes. Hello. Oh, sorry about that. How you doing, mate?
Good. How you doing? Hey, great to have you back.
Thank you.
Like the renaissance of my two boys.
Okay.
January, you gave
Yes.
us a little match, and then you went into hospital February, and I was always reading about you because I'm not really on Facebook and all that, but I was googling, and I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Back, and
I appreciate it.
you're looking great, man.
Julie, we got stickers in the bag, haven't we? Did you get a sticker?
I did get one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'll take another one. Thank you. I'm still trying to figure out where that camera is on Flight Focus 365 that films it constantly in a stream on YouTube. I don't know if you know, Jerry.
Yeah, they're further down, mate. Not interested in them, I'm afraid.
No, nor am I. I like you. I watch you. I'm always watching.
Good lad.
I'm waiting for Wednesdays and Sundays.
Good lad. Yeah, the over-rotate, isn't it? When they're testing new aircraft, they will over-rotate. Exaggerate the rotation and scrape the tail, which is then obviously deciphered. And then that, of course, is then what helps the airframer, i.e. Boeing or Airbus or whoever it might be, determine the training, the flying training for the pilots in terms of what is the optimum angle to pull the nose up at. In general, it is always a very gentle back pressure on the stick. You only need the slightest amount of movement on the elevators once the wing is it wants to fly, basically. Once you're at that right speed. Kevin Beasley has gifted 20 channel memberships. Nick Fishington, yes indeed. Cold air is denser. Yes, very true. Melanie L8. Alistair Holtz tuning in from Ontario, Canada, where I think is today's IndyCar race, the Honda Classic or whatever it's called. Brake traces show all brakes were at max. Wesley Coop. All brakes were at max value 9.9, 15 minutes after takeoff. Wonder if they missed the V1, tried a massive brake to stop and realised it wasn't going to work and went toga. Wow. Source Aero News. Nice one, Wesley. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I don't know what the procedures are on the on the 787. In fact, to be honest with you, I wouldn't know what the procedures are on any aircraft in terms of a situation like that arising. Far too late for a rejected takeoff, I would have thought. That thing would have made a right mess of itself, wouldn't it? Obviously, being a carbon shelled fuselage, you still get damage to the tub, don't you? Engines obviously would have made a right old mess as well, ingesting all that dust and grit. Okay, so how do they know brake traces are at maximum value 9.9? How do they know that? Where are they getting that information from, I wonder? And here is a Dreamliner. Tara, thank you. Sunil, good afternoon to you. Cool seeing crescent-shaped lens flare during the eclipse on Wednesday. This morning it seemed a lot cooler. I thought we were going to have some very cool conditions. Thank you, Heathrow Arrow. Paul Skilling. In Morrison. There's the button. Squirrel. Pilot probably forgot to carry the 1 in the performance calculation. Ooh. What is, as in over 0.5? Over 5 is you go upwards, don't you? Below 5 you stay where it is. If it's 17.5 18, it'd be 17.52, wouldn't it? Or 17.6 would be 18, wouldn't it? I don't know. Vapor views, lost tolerance with what, mate? Miles behind on the comments. I do apologise, folks, on the chat. Yeah, screaming at me if you're banging the tail, the airspeed is too low. Yes, as the thrust is controlled by FADEC. The problem would be in the programming, crew load, etc., or something mechanical. Yes, potentially. Yeah, engines just not behaving themselves. Not delivering the right amount of power. Potentially. Bleeding sun's coming out again there. Yeah, that is interesting when they do the maximum unstick test. When they're testing new aircraft, they do tend to do it at very low speeds, don't they? Well, it looks that way anyway. Steph, but I think the situation just didn't. The opportunity wasn't there to do an RTO, was there? Because I think they would have been doing what, somewhere in the region of 160 knots or something like that. Maybe a bit lower. Because at that point of, as soon as the dust started kicking up, you can't imagine an RTO going on then, because the brakes would have been completely ineffective, wouldn't they? Is that the right word? useless, should I say, because obviously the surface, they would have just, the whole thing would have skidded, wouldn't it? And probably collapsed, I would imagine. And I don't know, in terms of the runway lighting, yeah, they would have dragged that thing for a long, long way, wouldn't they? I mean, can you imagine it happening here? They would have run it all the way down to the runway lights there. No doubt about it. I mean, surely if you're going to RTO, you've got to still be on the runway surface, haven't you? Surely that's operational procedures, wouldn't you say? I don't know. Hodgie, good afternoon. Our plane in 2 weeks.
2 weeks and 2 days.
2 weeks and 2 days, okay. All electrical braking system on the Dreamliner. Lots of people still loving that livery. Of course, we might get to see a bit of Aurora Borealis when we're there. One of the squid crew circling the field, probably getting ready for their runway inspection. That's nice, isn't it? Ellen M has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Ellen. Very kind of you. Nailed it. So 2:43. Another 10 minutes or so, if not a little bit earlier, we should start to see this area down here, the turn on point for runway 27 right. It's a very, very busy transitional area there, Alpha Alpha. Intersection, should I say? Probably a better way to describe it. Maybe one making its way up here now, actually. Yeah, that's an intersecting jet. Blimey, it's up. I might need to go and change my top in a bit. It's very, very hot out here. Hey tree. It's actually supposed to be clouding up a little bit later on, I believe, according to the forecast. Oh, yeah, there we go. Might find him trundling his way up to Alpha and stopping at the intersection point. Maybe. Wet. Nice, here we go, here we go. Delta 339. Good looking jet, man. Decel. Such a good job that Airbus have done on that aircraft, isn't it? The fact that it's based off a very old airframe design. Mind you, so it's a 777-9, isn't it? Oh, hello, here we go. It's like Qatar A380. Big wing on it, look. Oh, David Ryan saying EK29 380 from Dubai just past Ostend. Is that the one that was due at like 3 minutes past 3 or something? Yeah, there we go. Don't know much about geography or whatever it is. Trigonometry. I don't know much about much really, do I? Science books. History, trigonometry. It's all so complex, isn't it? Hey. Oh, Pop, take care, mate. He's off. He needs to head out and have a lovely week. Oh, hope you do. Yeah, the A330-900, the Neo. It's a good-looking jetliner, isn't it? I'm surprised that Virgin haven't. Who's this? Jordanian or? Still flexing there, man. Isn't that beautiful? Just to see it lose all that lift. Oh, Hodgie's saying BEA is third to land. Qatar A380. There's a United jet pushback. That's going to be a 27 right departure. Pushback facing north. BEA is she's long range still. A couple of miles out. Here she is, Ollie. Find it highly unlikely, but I wonder if British Airways will do a final flight for BEA. We kind of covered that, didn't we? As best we could when she was supposed to be on her final flight, or flying down to St Athan, the Breakers Yard. Okay, first line up. Minimums be ignored in full instrumental automated landing? Negative. I think you if the aircraft calls out minimums, you have to have a visual of the runway, don't you? They will kick it off bang on 3 o'clock as well, folks. So it's highly unlikely there'll be any delay. In fact, I think you'll find that the Emirates jet will, the 380 will probably land on the southern runway at her designated arrival time, I'd imagine. Is that you, Chris? Yeah, we need some of that cloud cover, man. We have got absolutely no respite whatsoever at the moment. That is it. Yeah, that is it. We're done with departure, with arrivals on this runway now. I bet you all Dreamliner pilots on the flight deck would have probably had some conversation about the Vietnam jet. You know, jokingly saying, you know, have we inputted the right outside temperature? up quick, probably. There it is. Beautiful architecture, man. Look at that titanium. VHF aerial on the leading edge of the vertical stabilizer there. You'll see what I'm talking about when we talk about the takeoff roll for the 787. It's always extremely long. Well, it is normally anyway. Coming up to that point now, V1, rotate. Loads of runway left. I can hardly see the bloody thing. This lovely old 200, look. Big set of 1990s on her. Normally a much shorter takeoff roll for the 350. Could have some very low V speeds. There it is, look at that. Wow. another what looks like a very new United 787. Sees me thumb right in the way. Such a pain in the backside, this flipping eye thing. Seriously, man. At least now I've got a legitimate handicap at golf, haven't I? Oh, what handicap are you playing off, mate? One eye? A one eye handicap? Thank you, Nick, gifting a channel membership. Thank you, Nick. Nick Fishington, that is. Size of the engines on this thing, man. Driving that thing around like a go-kart. You know. Great aeroplane to fly on, that is. Takeoff power set. .60 knots. Building the speed up towards the V numbers. Nice early rotate, man. Look at that. Wow. Such an efficient wing on that thing. I know I do say it a lot. Alright. There's squid on the march, look. Double bubble American. BEA jumping in first. She's up early, man. Yeah. Yeah, I got it, I got it. Never going to get that in a million years, am I? Nice. Boston bound, Massachusetts. Nice. clunk as the doors close up. Now this will be a 777-9 in years to come. Sorry mate, just grab us that bottle of water please. Thank you very much. Oh, that's efficient, isn't it? Keeps that nice and cold. I imagine Qatar should be coming out soon, or at least Emirates. Yeah, that would indicate that an Emirates will be coming out soon. See Qatar parked up over there as well. United 764 pushing. I think it is, isn't it? I can't let Maggie go. Vancouver bound. Air Canada 861. Okay. Lufthansa have also confirmed, Aidan Campbell, that it may refuse some early build 777-9s. Oh dear. That's going to be a stockpile of 777-9s up for cheap. Listen to that thing pulling up to the line, man. Yeah, that's got the Engine Alliance power plant in it. Go, Canada, go! As soon as this thing's off the ground, Still leaves a lot of weight turbulence, the triple, doesn't it? That big wing. It's got a new set of rims on the front, look. There she goes. Oh, come on, mate. Don't be shy. Sort of didn't want to go at first there, did she? No. Sorry, folks. Yeah, there definitely was a little bit of hesitation there, wasn't there? Anyone else notice that? Morgan 747 loving the Etihad livery on the 380. Yeah, it's a good looking jet, isn't it? Mind you, there was a time when that was quite a popular design for bedding, and I did tell you, didn't I? Doormats. My sister actually has a doormat very similar to that Etihad livery. Sound issues. GP audio all good? Stepford, take care. Angel. Look at her wing drooping with fuel, man. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, audio is perfect. Audio good. Audio is okay. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Busy, isn't it? Look at that. two will be a 777-9 in years to come. So Lufthansa are saying that they're not going to take early build 777-9s. Well, they're the launch customer, aren't they? So how's that going to work out then? Because all of, literally every single, a bit like the Dreamliner program, all of the undelivered 777-9s are going to need an extensive amount of work. And when I say extensive amount of work, I'm talking about, you know, almost repair work, you know. Lots of snags to take care of. Look at this lovely old thing. Oh yeah. Oh, she's packing CF6s, isn't she? Or no, Pratt & Whitney PW4s. Listen to her pull up to the line, man. Yeah. Sound that is. Listen to that. Reg for the United jet. Yeah, well, we'll get it when she turns on. sun. Listen to all the noise, man. This is great, isn't it? Here she goes. To 380. Yeah. Just been gifted with some beautiful sound there, man. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't know if Andy's watching, but Mr. Peoples, probably very familiar with that ship, I would imagine. Richard Dockeray, that was 767-400. Harley 332 is a returning first class member. Welcome back, Harley. Oh, nice strong smell of kerosene there. This little fella being scrunched in the middle there. Oh, look, we missed her today. It's a 380 fest. Straight down the middle. That's where you want it. Thank you, Harley. Great to see you back. Michael White, tuning in from Bangkok. Good to see you too, sir. Literally have to raise my voice over these engines even at idle. Insane, isn't it? Oh, careful of that little fella there, don't get blown out. Engine blast. Thank you, Kathy Williams. Flying the Qatar 380. Harley asking what's happening in November. We are scheduled to be doing another visit to Dubai with Emirates Airlines. Have a sniff around their training centre and the Sim Centre as well. See what they're getting up to there in preparation for the 777-9. Hopefully we'll see that. Down a lot now. Yes, mate, how are you?
All good, all good.
Good.
So actually, there is an event today.
Sorry?
There is an event today.
Yes.
So they will be coming at 5 o'clock. So they will be using that area.
Yeah, sure.
So you will be here till 5?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I mean, just before 15 minutes, if you can move to the other side, then okay for you?
Well, we'll just leave when they arrive in here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Yeah, it's a party for a Jet 2, recently qualified Jet 2 pilot, folks. We'll try and get his name. Can you get in there, Julie, and get his name? You gotta love it, haven't you? Aviation. wings start to flex up. Yeah, look at that. At rotate is where you get that max flex. Oh, we might get to hear that Egypt Air triple start up. Clear to push and start, facing north. Gotta love the wing architecture on the Max. Two different variations of the split scimitar winglet, wasn't it? On the 900, I think it was, pre-Max, before the new engine. Oh, I doubt we're going to hear that, you know. Okay, engine start, might hear a wind up. Dustin Jackson, $9.99 super sticker, thanks mate, thank you. Air Algeria is from where? Well, Algeria, I think. There it is. Need a mic change, Jerry. Maybe need a mic change at some point. I don't know. Let me just check the. Okay, I can't see that at all. T-Bergs, loving Egypt Air. Hello everybody. Carol Hutch, loving Egypt Air livery as well. Dave Moore in Qatar, nice and sunny here. Carol Hutch. That's the Aidan Campbell, thanks Aidan, £2 super chat. Cathay 747 from Astana is, I think, inbound, is it? course, on the Builds livery schemes. The Lufthansa 100th anniversary livery is available. Something that we can explore possibly in the future. Going to make a very small adjustment here, folks. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. This is one show I think I'm going to watch back. I want to experience that sound on my surround sound. Those engines do look very tightly packed in there on the 737 MAX, don't they? LEAP engine, of course. Michael Jackerman's flat is vibrating. Oh, come on then, mate. Wow. So high intensity wing lights, crazy. Could be a 727 that. Or a 707. we've got good power on the mics. That's all good. Is way out of whack here. Just adjust that. Stand by, folks. Sorry. Excuse me 1 second. There we go. We're all good. We're all good. Horizon's nice and level-ish now. There we good. Yeah, we're all good. What's going on here then? Little CFM powered fueling 320. That's an old aeroplane, isn't it? Never had it painted. Oh, mind that. Seen a few operators, hasn't it? Michael Jackman, yeah, the original 737's the 400s, very small. Of course, we'll see a good decent amount of those at Anchorage with NCA, isn't it? British Airways 737-400s with NCA, one or two of which one of our members, Paul, has flown on. Paul Hodgie has flown on. How crazy is that, man? BCF Boeing conversion freighter. see if we might get a bit of funk with that fueling jet. Mind you, she's a little bit high by now, I think. Come on now. Dreamliner. Beck WVR. Is that Rebecca Weaver? Possibly. Rebecca, is that? Has gifted a channel membership. I think it's, I'm just reading that. Is that Rebecca? Okay, Rebecca Weaver. There we go. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, man. Let's feel that wumble. Brian's got the funk. We've got the funk, yeah. I could now smell their breath. Boom, 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 boom. The smelt of pubs and wormwood scrubs. Too many right-wing meetings. Have you got any money? Just a takeaway curry. Could we get some funk here? Left turn, possibly a Detling Sid, maybe the Detling Sid, I don't know. Yes, Aidan. EasyJet did start off with the 737 300s, and for a while at their training centre on the A406 in London there was the back end of a 737 with the EasyJet livery still applied. Just the tail section, that is, I think. Well, possible cabin crew training, maybe, I don't know. Stealth Wolf. one of Virgin's old A330 CEOs. This will make a racket with the old Trent 700s. Bex saying that she thinks watching this stream heals her depression. Oh, Bex, that's great news. One of BA's 787 super stretch 10s here. We're all just waiting for this intersect. Nick Gray, hello to you. Loving the departures from the courtyard. Mics have stood up well. Jet's talk of the town with Dreamliner flight crews, isn't it? Hey? Vibratable. Listen to this thing. Egypt Air finally making its presence known. Look at those old Trents, man. Wow. Big long spool up. So when we get to the point where the dew point and air temperatures are both matching or thereabouts close to each other, we will start to get vortex coming off the wingtips. Very much so on these old 330s, on these old CEOs. And of course over the wings as well. Of course course, we're quite some way off of that at the moment. Oh, turn and burn. Just seeing their Cathay Pacific landing. Is that the 747? Did I miss the 747? She's already landed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. Oh well. Can't get them all, can you? Hey? Catherine Collis just got back from the Eastbourne Air Show. Okay, there we go. Hope you had a good time. Looks like Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 intro with all these United Dreamliners around. From Newbury, fair enough. Got all excited thinking that 380 was coming out, but then realised it was on tow. There we go. Just been down the doctors. May have been the one that they were running the engines on, I don't know, earlier on. Penetrated. That's no surprise, judging by the amount of dust that was kicked up. So that'll be scraping the belly, scraping its tail, not on a soft or level runway surface where it stands more of a chance, but on grit and dust, gravel. Very harsh environment, and that has penetrated the hull. Wow, that's a big fix, that is. would tend to go down the route of saying, agreeing about what somebody said earlier, that maybe the performance numbers were incorrectly inputted, i.e. outside air temperature, etc, etc. I don't know, but it sounds feasible to me that could potentially be the reason for its extensively long takeoff run. Appeared to be a perfectly normal rotation, I have to say. I think the flaps were set okay, I think. Otherwise it would have struggled even more, wouldn't it? I like that. Firewall the power, i.e. sending the throttles right up through to toga almost. Increased power. Firewall it, I like that. That's what the old bomber boys did, didn't it, back in the day with the Lancs. They used to call it sending the throttles through the gate, up through the gate. Get those superchargers fired up. Yeah, he's not hanging around. Nick Gray saying he saw a wizard. Really? That's usually weather related, isn't it? That's normally dew point slash outside temperature related, isn't it? Oh, we're not getting that way, are we? Depending on the steepness of this climb out, we might get a bit of a funky shot with that United Dreamer. But no, Dreamer's gone right. Possibly on different SIDs. These two jets. Oh, T-Bogs, thank you. So glad it's made your day, mate. Little 145, I think. Is it? I think so. Nick Grant, little wizard on the number 2 engine when the 787. Oh wow, brilliant. Smiling me, darling. And a little 780, 7.8s. Ryan's saying that that has got more range than the Dash 9. Bloody hell, man. Sometimes I've got severe glare at the moment, which is not helping matters, I've got to be honest with you. I think that's related to the sun's position in the sky. Here comes Ollie. Been quite busy today, hasn't he? It's a 787 parade, isn't it? I think that's a 10, isn't it? That one there. Triple sevens lining up at the back. Lovely old 200. Oh, hello. Lufthansa's 100th livery. Very nice. I'll be getting a good shot of that, folks. Definitely a very dark blue, isn't it? Not black. Same blue as is on all their existing jets. Jill Blakeney, thank you.
Oh, they must have more than one because one's just landed.
Oh, really?
There's literally one pulling up to gate over there. That's why I'm like, he's just come in. And I'm like, hey.
Oh, blimey, okay, so we've got two of these jets in town today.
One's just come in from Frankfurt and that one's going to Munich.
It is a midnight blue, isn't it? Okay, well, we're just waiting for a couple of intersects at the moment. Reason for those intersections is because the performance numbers that they've inputted mean that they don't need as much runway as these guys, for example. They only need like a couple of thousand feet at the most, I would have thought. BA may do the same. Very nice, look at that. $20 minutes before we are going to be, well, I wouldn't say inundated, but we're likely to have a party starting in the restaurant behind us, specially put on for a pilot with Jet 2, who's just qualified. Fair play to him, or her, maybe. I don't know if it's a fella or a woman, but anyway. A bit Hugo Boss squirrel saying. Okay. Interesting. If a general notice has maybe gone out to 787 operators, telling them to pay attention to their performance numbers, perhaps, when setting up the aircraft. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Come on, mate. Oh yeah, running like a thief with a handbag. Flipping it. Power to weight ratio on that 359, man. XWB-84s. Such an efficient aircraft, man. Look at that. Whoa. Nice. Yeah. Some old creaky seats on that one, I think. A few people creaking around at the moment in economy. I've flown with BA a number of times on the 777 in economy, and yeah, you can feel the springs in your bum or in your back sometimes. A bit creaky on landing, or when you've got a bit of turbulence. It's kind of pointless refitting those old things, isn't it? Oh, two special liveries. The British and the Germans. She's got Pratt's. I think. They do have a proper retro celebration jet as well with Lufthansa. I think it's sporting the very old sort of like 1950s/60s livery with the light blue and the yellow. Maybe an old 321. I don't know. They used to have one, but they took that, put that back into the current livery. Don't know if she's still around. Don't know if anybody's able to get any information on that, on which one it was. Well, it's shown off. Yeah, very surprised to see the retro FedEx 777. Looks good, man. Gotta be honest, immediately makes you think of 727, doesn't it? My initial thought when I saw that retro FedEx jet, I thought it was an A300. At initial glance, that is. Before I managed to see it properly and realise that it was, of course, a 777. Yeah, now, shame they can't have a very nice tight turn, then you really get to see that. Now, you needed to turn left quickly, come on! I want to see that heron in its with the white wing. We're going left, go on, son. I like how they've painted the wing as well. Here we go, here we go. Now we should get a good shot of her. This is what I said all along when they first launched this livery, that it will look best in the turn because of the wing paint. There it is. Come on. A little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. Yeah, there we go. Now she's showing her true colours. Nice, yeah. Hold it steady, Jerry. Come on, son. Oh, here we go, here we go. a nice retro scheme, isn't it? The original Saudi Arabian scheme. Same as when my dad flew the 747 Classics. They would have been in that scheme. Lady Jennifer saw the heron. There we go. Oh, go around. It's what I should have done last night, really. But I didn't. It's a heron. A Scotty, I think. I think it's a heron, isn't it? Not a stork, although they are very, very similar. That's why I love you. Was that brake dust, or did I see something come off? Was it maybe a bird strike? I don't know. Left turn flag. Oh no, that's my screen. There she goes. Takes on that form now, doesn't it? With that wing flex, man. It's beautiful. 777 does have a beautiful wing, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. Now she's flying. Come on, little BEA. We're all waiting for you. Bless, look. Tony Briggs looking to fly to Dubai, but can't get insurance, did he say? Shouldn't be a problem, mate. Jilly might be able to help you on that one. I'll drop her an email. She'll send you the link to the people that we use. And I think our insurance covers us globally. I don't really know 100% about that, but So many veteran flyers think like Trident or Viscount when they look at that. Didn't BEA have a VC10 or two as well? I seem to recall. Gordon Freeman bringing up the Taron baby bus. Wow, yeah. Remember that? Well, we saw her out, didn't we? And looks like we're probably going to do the same with this one. One day in your life. Bless, look, she's got a little tear, look. Well, folks, we have got a deadline for tonight, and that deadline ends in 2 minutes. So we're going to head off and catch you all on Wednesday, of course. Not sure what operations they'll be on for Wednesday, but I lose. Anyone got any tissues? Someone blow his nose with them. But yeah, that's about it, ladies and gents. Thanks for all of your comments and chat and input. Thank you to Jilly, of course, the wonderful Jilly, once again for being your connectivity director, I guess. All round good egg, to be honest with you. But thank you to you all for your support. Anybody who's joined us today, you are more than welcome. Guarantee that you will enjoy your time with us. always appreciate seeing so many thousands of people joining us live on the channel. It's great to have you with us. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody, and sorry if I've missed anybody's comments. I do miss people's comments from time to time. As you know, I wouldn't say it's unavoidable, but you know, I do try my best to multitask as much as I can, because obviously when I used to have two eyes, I literally read chat with using my peripheral vision. I was very good at it before, but not so much anymore. And for that, I apologise. John O'Godley. Yeah, it's just the anticoagulation clinic tomorrow. Just to check my blood clotting capabilities. Make sure everything is still as it should be for my NRI number, I think it is. I think they call it. Yeah, thanks everyone. Probably one of the oldest narrow body fleets in Europe with Finnair, isn't it? I think. Getting on for 30 years old, some of their airframes. We'll just catch this Asiana 350 and then say farewell, farewell my friend. Oh, someone's in a hurry. Go on then, mate. Roll it up to the line. Well, this is going to be it then, folks. Finishing with a Rolls-Royce Trent 800 power 777-200. Could make a racket. Pass on my apologies to your neighbours. Summer love. Oh, okay, you haven't got clearance yet, mate. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Listen to the engines humming, man. Listen to those Trents humming away. Isn't that a great sound? Okay. Ready, GP? Well, I've got a Yorkie, haven't I? climb like an angel, those Trent-powered triples. Had a few 777 pilots say that they perform better than the GE-powered variants. In what way would that be though? Would that be their climb capabilities of getting up to cruise? I don't know. Thoughts on a postcard? Thanks everybody. You running titles, GP? Okay, clear? Okay, I'm off now. Okay, roll titles.